Each and every Monday is $9 Monday at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, when all daily picks packages are priced at only $9, including 5% best bets, normally priced at $35. As an added bonus, any picks packages loaded early for Overnight Tuesday or action during the week will also be priced at $9 until midnight on Monday. So make sure to take advantage of getting these $25 and $35 picks for only $9 before the clock strikes 12 and they return to regular price.
Welcome into the NBA Tip-Off Show here at WagerTalk TV. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. It is January 16th. We have 6 games currently in action in NBA. The Celtics game already wrapped up. Celtics come up with the win, 130-118 against the Hornets. Jason Tatum put up 51 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. I've got a great group of panel with us today. We have Rob Vino, Andy Lang, and Steve Merrill, all from WagerTalk.com, joining us. Right now, we're going to get into a couple of the later evening games. I'll give a score update of the 6 games in action right now, but let's head over to Andy. What do you have going on over at WagerTalk?
A very busy time of year. Of course, we have NBA, but we also have NHL. We have the Australian Open, first major tennis tournament of the year. Golf has started, Turn to Profit, both of the golf tournaments this year. 5% winner over the weekend in NFL, and we've got a 5% play up for UFC. We swept UFC this weekend. So we're doing a 30-day promo. If you want all those sports, just use a promo code ANDY149. It's ANDY 149, get you half off a 30-day pass. That way you can take advantage of all of the sports. It includes all the 5% plays. But if you just want to take advantage of $9 Monday, there's the 5% UFC play up that I really recommend this one. This is a great play and a great UFC card for this Saturday, and a 4% play up for NFL tonight. That's all up at WagerTalk.com.
Steve, you were just coming from WagerTalk today, hosting All Week in for Prez. What do you have going on over at WagerTalk.com?
Yeah, Meghan was the first guest to jump in when she found out it was a Prez-free week at WagerTalk today, and we enjoyed having her this afternoon. 3 NFL props, and by the way, not too late to watch the replay and get Meghan's 3 NFL props for Monday Night Football. Big game, Cowboys, Bucks. That's, of course, here on WagerTalk TV, archived 24/7, and not too late to get my best bet for Monday Night Football for just $9, because it's quite simple. It's $9 Monday. Even Rob Vino gets that concept. Every best bet, $9 right now, WagerTalk.com.
Thanks for the shout out there, Steve. Rob Vino, what do you have going on at WagerTalk.com?
Meghan, I'm so happy to be on a Monday, $9 Monday with Steve Merrill again, because he can promo me better than I can promo myself. Thank you, Steve. It's busy over there, Meghan. Actually, the 2 games that we're going to talk about, I do have plays on tonight, up and available at WagerTalk.com. A couple of 4% best bets. 4% best bets were nice this weekend, 7-1 in the 8 tries that we had over the last 3 days. So they continue to be red hot. In the super wild card round of the NFL playoffs, a couple of plays there as well. Maybe a player prop to go up with this. I'm just not quite sure, but if it goes up, it'll go up after the show. But right now, $9 Monday, you can get your choice. 4 plays up, 2 NBA, 2 NFL, WagerTalk.com.
All right, before we get into our 2 evening games, here's a quick score update. We have 3 current games at half. The Warriors up 69-64 against the Wizards. The Raptors falling short to the Knicks right now. Knicks up 59-56 at the half. Pelicans up 50-47 against the Cavs at the half. Heat right now falling 64-42 to the Hawks. We have 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the second. And in the first quarter still of the Jazz Timberwolves, Jazz 11, Timberwolves 13. All right, let's move on to our evening slate, though. Just 2 games here later on this evening. We've got the Suns at the Grizzlies. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. Eastern. Memphis is a 10.5-point favorite, and the total's at 229.5. Is this too high? Rob, I'll come to you first. The Suns are going to end a 4-game road trip with this game in Memphis tonight. Suns have lost 11 of the last 13, and Memphis is hot right now, winning 9 straight in a row. What's your approach for Grizzlies Suns?
Well, there's nothing close about the two meetings prior to this one, Megan. A blowout for the Suns, which is the most recent game, which I'm sure sticks in the back of the Grizzlies' minds because the Grizzlies are one of those teams that, they've got that elephant type memory. They don't forget things like that. But the one prior to that was a Grizzly 125-100 win. The Phoenix Suns have had trouble getting to 100 points over the course of the last 7 games. I think they haven't hit it in 5 of those 7, and they did get to 116 against the T-Wolves in their last effort simply because they shot 61% from 3. I don't see that happening again here with the unit that they're going to have on the floor. They probably get Landry Shamet back for this particular contest, but they're still shy a lot of offense and a lot of key pieces. Memphis, meanwhile, I think we still have a question mark. You guys can update me if it's been updated, but I think there's still a question mark next to Ja Morant in this one. I know Dylan Brooks is back in the lineup. I would expect Ja to play. Big day here. MLK Day is big for a lot of these players, and it's big for certain cities. I was saying on an earlier show that every time this day approaches, I look to see if the Knicks are home, the Hawks are home, or Memphis. I didn't really realize Memphis. It was brought to my attention. But this is a key spot here for their players. I think they'll come out motivated. They play with a lot of energy. And the Suns, tail end of a really, really long road trip. So I would probably suggest Memphis here, guys. Would like to have Ja, and I don't see any reason why he wouldn't play. Last game we saw him dunking on people, and all of a sudden he shows up with a hip injury on the injury report. So I don't know what that's all about, but I would think Memphis is the right side here.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rob. From a prop perspective, Andy, the Suns still without their main players. We're not going to be seeing Devin Booker, Chris Paul. We're not going to see Cameron Payne, Cameron Johnson. It seems like this Suns team just can't get it done with only DeAndre Ayton, and I guess if you're going to say Bridges too as their top scorer. How do you look at this and market this from a prop perspective?
Well, I agree with Rob that you could see some sloppy offense, especially from Phoenix. So I'm actually looking at the two bigs in this game, Steven Adams and DeAndre Ayton, to go over their rebounding total. You look what centers have done rebounding wise against the Suns, and they've all been getting well into double digits. Gobert got to 12 rebounds. I believe Jokic had 18. Jared Allen had 12 against Phoenix. So I look for Steven Adams to be, really using his physicality inside to grab some rebounds. And I'm going to have to go with DeAndre Ayton as well. They have this number, I think, one rebound too low. It's 9.5 rebounds. He's had 11 or more in 4 straight games. He had 10 last game that they played against Phoenix. So if we do have a Phoenix Suns team that is not shooting the ball well, like Rob mentioned, they were lights out from 3-pointers, but that's not always going to happen. I just think we see a lot of rebounds in here, and the two big guys are going to be big on the boards tonight. So it wouldn't surprise me if both of them got to double digits. So give me Ayton and give me Adams over their rebounds.
It was just reported Ja Morant will be playing tonight, is expected to, dealing with that hip injury, but we should see him out there. Rob, how are you handicapping this one out there in Memphis?
Let me pass that on.
Oh,
to
sorry.
Steve,
I'm sorry, Steve. We went to Rob.
No, but yeah, Rob, what's your thought, Rob? It just went to 11.5, literally on the WagerTalk live odds. It went from 10.5 to 11.5 as you guys were talking, Rob. So it does look like Morant's in.
Yeah, and I would think that the anticipation of him playing Steve would have drove you to that game earlier than waiting for Morant. And it's the stuff we put up with every single day in the NBA, right? We have to do a lot of guesswork. I'm on Eastern time, so 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time, you're guessing and trying to read between the lines who's going to go, who's not. I was guessing that Morant would go, so good for me. I got one right. But it's just the process that we go through every single day with these injury reports.
Yeah, and Meghan, I'm
Steve,
looking
how
at
are
one
you
of
thinking?
the leading indicator books. As Andy was talking, it was 11. Everywhere else was 10.5. So I was going to say a few minutes ago, I think Morant's playing. And now, as you said, it's official. That leading indicator book is minus 13. The other books are 11.5. So if you like Memphis, you probably grab it like literally now because it's probably going to be 12 or 13 by the time this show is done. I'm borderline on this because Morant, the Grizzlies actually had a better record a couple years ago without Morant in the lineup. They're really good without him. So either way, I like Memphis in this game. But you mentioned that Boston final earlier. They won by 12 as a 9-point favorite. That was the second biggest favorite today. You mentioned Tatum having 51. Boston was up by 13 at the end of the first quarter, up by 11 at the half. So I think if you want to get Memphis as a discount, maybe look at the first half line, which is now climbing to 7.5. I like Memphis. I also like what Rob said about MLK Day. I thought of this earlier today on Wager Talk today when Marco was breaking down the Miami Heat Atlanta game. I was going to mention, Atlanta and Memphis are kind of the two cities you think of with MLK. Atlanta right now, late second quarter, they're up by 24 against Miami as a 1-point home dog. So I think Memphis is the only way to play this one tonight with or without Morant, but it does look like Morant's in.
Money rising on Memphis right now. Just 5 minutes ago, it was 65% of the money was on Memphis. Now we're already at 75%. That's tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. The number 2 Grizzlies in the West will take on the 11th seed Suns. Let's switch over to Houston Rockets at LA Lakers. Tip-off is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Lakers are a 5.5-point favorite. The line has been moving a little bit, so it looks like it's actually at 4 now. The total is at 233. Steve, let's come right back to you because Houston's on a 10-game losing streak. Lakers seem to have like a little bit of life, yet man, Westbrook's got to be hurting right now. He had an efficient game, but missed a potential game-winning layup. What's your approach for this battle, Houston Lakers?
Yeah, once again, this could change as we're talking, but as of an hour ago, when I checked the 3:30 Eastern injury report, there's no injury report or lineup submitted yet for either one of these teams. Our producer, Robert Harris, had not finished typing out the Houston Rockets starting lineup yet, but no matter what lineup is out there, there's not going to be much defense. Houston's just a terrible defensive team. They've given up 55 and 52% shooting their last 2 games. They have failed to cover 6 straight, and they've now lost, I believe it's 10 straight in a row they've lost. They've gone 1-9 ATS over that 10-game span. Megan, this is what I call a falling knife, and we do not try to catch falling knives because we get cut more times than not. You wait for that knife to bottom. Problem is, I'm not sure I trust the Lakers either. After that 5-game straight up an ATS win streak, they've now dropped 3 straight, but they were an underdog in all 3 of those games. In fact, they have not been favored, I believe, since December 23rd. Before Christmas was the last time the Lakers were favored. They've been a dog now in 11 straight games. So I think this is a winnable game. I think they'll be focused on MLK Day and after 3 straight losses. So the Lakers would be the way to play this one. And we're actually getting a discount. Opening line, look-ahead line was 6.5. It's now just 4 today. Lakers would be the only way to play this against the falling knife Houston Rockets.
Yeah, both Houston and LA on a back-to-back right now. However, Houston's leading scorer, Jalen Green, he'll be rested. He had to serve a 1-game suspension for coming off the bench during an altercation. Rob, what's your approach for LA Houston?
Yeah, I think the approach is anything to do with points here, Megan. The Houston Rockets, Steve mentioned a lot of their faulty defensive statistics. They just don't play a lot of defense, and they're on their 4th road game in 6 nights. So you probably don't expect much from them on that end. The Lakers, on the other hand, in that 113 to 112 last night, if this hadn't been MLK Day and if this was not a national TV spotlight game at 10:40 Eastern time tonight, 7:40 Pacific on NBA TV, I would think that in the second of back-to-backs, you would rest LeBron James. But I don't think that'll happen here simply because, again, of the day and the recognition that these guys like to pay to this day. And also the fact that Los Angeles, off of the loss last night, probably needs a win here. For Houston, they come off a game yesterday where they scored 10 points, guys, in the 4th quarter, 30-10 to get outscored by the Clippers in a game that they were covering the entire way as a big underdog. Probably get out of the chute here quick. The Lakers could still have a little bit of lingering effect from the Knicks game last night. In fact, we talked about the Russell Westbrook missed shot at the end, Megan, and a lot of folks think that was a foul committed on there. And I didn't get to see the NBA final 2-minute report, but I think maybe there would be something in there about that. Certainly Westbrook could have been to the line. They could have won that game. They've been playing a lot better. Both teams play fast. I would say this, if you like first half total over, if you like full game total over, if you like Lakers team total over, I mean, the Clippers got to 121 last night. Not necessarily a great offensive team, the LA Clippers. especially with the lineup that they're putting out there nowadays. And the Lakers, with their pace, probably can get up to, I think their team total is 120.5, so I think they could get to 121 as well. Any which way you want to play the total, I think would be fine.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Houston, 10 losses in a row. The Lakers, 3 losses in a row. Yet maybe some rhythm from LA. LeBron James played well, 35 points yesterday. Andy, from a prop perspective, are there any plays that you're going to be targeting tonight?
He did not get fouled, Rob.
I know. I was thinking that too. I don't want to
off
call
of his
that
foot, Embiid's foot, and it went flying and threw the ball off the side of the rim. He did not get fouled. So, listen, the guys have done a good job talking about the Rockets. So I'm going to try something a little different with this game. I'm going to do a same game parlay. You can find this on any of the domestics here. I don't think that the Rockets are going to win straight up. So I'm going to put the Lakers money line. I agree LeBron plays tonight. So I'm going to put LeBron to score 25 or more points into this. And I'm going to take over 223.5. So I'm going to do a 3-leg same game parlay. LeBron has scored 25 points or more in 15 out of 16 games. The game he didn't get to 25 points, he had 24, and that was his worst shooting game of the year. I don't expect that to happen, as Houston should not be able to offer much defense on LeBron. I think the Lakers get the win tonight. I think they're a little frustrated with last night. I think LeBron plays pretty tough, and then we might see him take a few days off after this one. But you're getting plus 140 on this, so you take the Lakers money line, LeBron 25 plus points, and over 223.5 could be a fun one with a nice little payout.
Justice for Russell Westbrook. Tip off tonight, LA Lakers and Houston Rockets at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. That is it. We only have 2 evening games. Like we said, 6 games in actions right now. So go ahead and get your bets in. I appreciate you, Andy, Steve, and Rob, for coming on here for the NBA tip-off show on MLK Day. Make sure you guys go check out all of what they have up to offer at WagerTalk.com. We'll see you next time here on the NBA tip-off show.
June 2014, WagerTalk joined Twitter. August 2014, Prez loaded the first ever picks at WagerTalk. September 2014, Marco D'Angelo and Gianni the Greek filmed the first ever video for WagerTalk TV. Fast forward to today, and we now have over 58,000 Twitter followers, 110,000 subscribers on YouTube, and have become the premier brand in sports betting. So thank you. We truly appreciate everyone who has supported this amazing journey. And on Thursday, January 19th, at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com, all daily picks packages that day will be priced at $11, including any 5% best bets normally priced at $35. And all one-day all access normally priced at $39 will be cut in half and priced at only $19. No coupons will be needed. All handicappers at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo are included in Customer Appreciation Day. And discounts will go live at midnight Wednesday, January 18th.